Hi, everybody. It's time for our week ahead spread for Monday, January 12th through Sunday, January 18th. I had to look at the calendar. All right. Well, as you can see, we pulled some interesting cards here. Um, so let's get started, shall we? Okay. First up, we've got what do we need to think about? And for that, we drew the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups, that's moving forward, escape, withdrawal, abandonment. It is time to decide what we are willing to abandon and what we hope to move forward to. A new life, a new opportunity, and how do we achieve it? I'll get the words out in a minute. That leads us to question number 2, which is what do we need to do this week? And for that, we drew the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands, it stands for power, charm, courage. This king has the power and courage to challenge the status quo for good or ill. We're being shown the courage needed during these difficult times to change the status quo, to take back our power, to make a difference. Those are the steps we need to take this week. And then thirdly, we come up with what is the challenge that we face this week. And for that, we drew the Page of Wands. Now, as you can see, the Page of Wands, she has everything there she needs, as well as dragons. So don't want to mess with her, right? She got dragons on that hand. So the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is as a messenger. She brings news or information regarding enterprises, projects, or actions. Our challenge is to listen to the news, determine the truth, and then act upon that information. This is how we move forward as a nation, as a people, as a family, as a business. It all kind of goes together. As you can see, these are our 3 cards here. These are 3 very, very good cards. And I think basically what we're being told for this week is we need to look towards our future, decide what are the right steps that we need to take. There's a feeling of escapism, um, withdrawal, abandoning your post, so to speak. Um, People are on the verge of trying to decide, are we running away or are we running towards? I like to think that we're running towards something new opportunities, a new life, new way of doing things. There's a lot of things that we need to take into consideration. And of course, that brings us into the King of Wands, which is power, charm, courage. I think this is reminding us that now that we know that we need to abandon the bad and move towards the good, now is the time we start taking those steps. We start doing what's necessary to do to move us forward and get us into a position of power so that we can do what is necessary for ourselves, for our families, our friends, our businesses, our community. They all kind of work together. And of course, it all wraps up with the Page of Wands, who is a messenger. Now, in this deck, it's a she, not a he. But depending on the deck, depends upon the gender of the page. With this deck, the pages are all female. And so, and of course, pages, they're the ones that bring messages, they bring news, they let you know what's happening, what's going on in the world. And so Our challenge is to hear those messages, seek out the truth in those messages, and then make our decisions accordingly. I think that as a nation, this is what is going to really give us strength, is we have to get to the truth, get to the bottom of the matter. What's really going on? What's really happening? Who's lying to us? Who is not? And so this is going to be essential in us moving forward as a country, that we pay attention to what we're being told, we ascertain the truth, and then we move on that information. Our challenge is to not ignore that kind of information, but to actually do something about it. And so altogether, it's a good set of cards. It looks like a good week. We're being reminded with all the crap going on around us. We're being reminded, okay, you're going to have to step forward and do what's necessary. And that's going to be the hard part, is to find out the truth and then move accordingly. And I think we can do it. I think we can do it. I have absolute faith in all of you. So just know that in order to move forward, in order to make changes, we have to face the challenges of the day that are going to deal with those changes. And I think once we do that, things are going to start popping. They're going to start happening. Hold on to that faith. Hold on to that kernel of hope that we all have. It's there. It's there in all three of these cards. There's a portion of hope in them. Something to hope for, something to work towards, something to move towards. It's there. We just have to see it, recognize it, and then act on it. That's going to be the hardest point for us. And I think we can do it. I really do. So, y'all have a great week. Hopefully it's not as horribly wrong as this past week was. And let's start moving forward. Let's start doing what is necessary for us to do in order to make our country safe again. That's what's important. All right. Y'all have a great week. How did my camera get so off whack? Okay. Y'all have a great week. And we will talk again soon. All right. Okay. Bye for now.